difference. I am genuinely convinced that Love Ballad, LTD's Love Ballad, is one of the best love songs of all time.
I agree.
I want a top 5 list from y'all. Best love songs of all time.
Anthony Hamilton's The Point of It All. Love Ballad. Reasons is a love song to me.
It's not a.
It sounds like a love song to me, but now that I listen to the words, I always thought that song was a love song.
You know it's about a one night stand, right?
Yeah. I always thought that song was a love song. I swear. I promise to y'all. And then like, and you know how you get older, you really listen to the words and you like,
certified.
Oh, they was getting nasty.
I love the way you receive me. I love the way you read "Leave Me."
Yes, that I said, oh, they was nasty, but they were so much more. I can't get the word out.
It was the meaning. It was implied. You had to understand wordplay.
It wasn't right out. Bitch, I'm gonna stick my dick in your ear. Like it wasn't right out like it is.
It was philosophical.
Forever My Lady. It's a beautiful love song. I love Forever My Lady.
So you have my baby.
My Latest Greatest Inspiration by Teddy Pendergrass.
Oh, okay, took it back.
Yes. Giving You the Best That I Got, Anita Baker. I'm trying to think of another one. Ooh, let's throw Tony Braxton, I Love Me Some Him in there. Shit, I think I'm beyond 5, but I'm trying to think.
I had to put my list up. I got a list.
I'm trying to. You got a list for
I've tweeted this on several occasions. The best blackest love songs of all time.
Yo, I loved Rolls Royce, Wishing on a Star.
Oh,
I love Wishing on a Star.
That's a song.
El DeBarge.
I mean the special one. Well, that's DeBarge. That's not El DeBarge.
Nah, El DeBarge with I had some problems.
Yeah.
And no one can see. That's Key song. All This Love.
Yeah, All This Love by DeBarge. Yeah.
Then I think my favorite is Secret Garden.
Yes.
And Secret Garden and
Secret Garden was more sex than love.
He was talking about going into her secret garden.
I need your mind. I know your deepest feelings.
No.
If you think I did something, think
I'm very guilty.
If you think I did something, show you right.
No, my man. I'll take good
Come on into the room. I can't do the very right voice.
That's what a man's supposed to do. And I'll be there all night. Let your head down. Let me get you in the mood. Take me.
Oh God.
Take me.
I know Kitty be looking at your ass like, nigga, shut up. Ruining the mood.
What else?
But yeah, Secret Gardens was the shit. Beautiful Ones, Prince.
Oh yeah.
Adore.
Yes.
Prince is that's my favorite Prince song. Adore. Oh God. Oh Lord, it's another one.
Can I go through my list now?
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, go ahead.
Yeah, let's go through the list.
Okay, so I had to go old school with mine. So
your whole list is old school?
Mostly.
Okay.
Always and Forever by Heatwave.
Absolutely. Ooh. Absolutely.
Could you imagine having that first dance at your wedding with that to that song?
Yeah. Can I throw something in there before you go down your list? Yeah. It's probably on your list. But me and you talked about this the other day. Pure Soul. We must be in love.
This not on there, but yeah.
We must be.
Baby, I used to be in the car, 9 years old, singing top of my lungs.
Something new, something borrowed, something blue. So that was a song. And I saw the video.
Walk down to that.
Tony,
of course it did. That
Terry, When I Was You.
That was that. So We Must Be in Love by Pure Soul and Here and Now by Luther Vandross were the quintessential black love song, or like wedding songs of the 90s.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I know everybody was fucking walking down the aisle fucking Here and Now by Luther Vandross.
Here and now, I promise to love faithfully.
All right, so the rest of my list. So I Always and Forever by Heatwave. Mm-hmm. This song is old school. It's doo-wop. But whenever I hear this song, I actually kind of I want to dance to the song at my wedding. Be our first dance. Mm-hmm. I only have Eyes for You by the Flamingos.
That's a beautiful fucking song.
It's doo-wop. It's old school. It's classic.
A beautiful song.
I Only Have Eyes for You by the Flamingos. Shabab, shabab. Ooh, that's my song. Adore by Prince, which you said.
Yeah, I love Adore.
Love Ballad by LTD.
Yes.
By Your Side by Sade.
Ooh.
Yeah. Yeah.
I also love Your Love Is King, though.
Your Love Is King. Oh, yeah. Prototype by Outkast.
Yes.
I Think I'm in Love.
I hope that you're
again.
the one. Oh my
If
goodness.
not,
okay. I never knew the name of the damn song. I just knew I liked it.
But if you stay with them, She Lives in My Life. Well, like, yeah, he had a couple ballads on his on The Love Below.
Andre.
Mm-hmm. And I will say that, so on my back before we all got into streaming, everybody, you had to buy your music. Every song you played,
You had to buy albums.
99 cents per song on iTunes. Raheem Devon covered Prototype by Outkast.
Oh, I gotta go listen to that.
This was like right after his first album came out.
You mentioned Raheem, and that makes me think, every word in this song's gonna be about you. Yes.
Every word.
Or Ask Yourself.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Remember when we went to see him at Hopkins Plaza when
they first started Jazzy Summer Night?
He still had his braids. That was right when his first album just came out.
And that's when Believe came out.
Believe.
He just came back and did Jazzy Summer Nights, but they were charging for it. I said, "Oh baby, I remember when I seen you for free, honey, free 99. There was 1,000 million people down there in Hopkins Plaza.
Suffocate was different too.
Oh yeah,
Jay Holiday Suffocate.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, child, the memories.
We talking Jay Holiday. We gotta talk about Fatal. That was my shit. I blast that.
Suffocate, Bib. I put it in the group chat.
Yeah.
This song came out 13 years ago. The Prototype by Raheem Devon.
All right.
So it was that one. In Love With You by Erykah Badu.
I did not hear that song until somebody gave me a CD from their wedding, and the wedding was like different songs that the couple liked, and that song was on there, and I had never heard it before. Baby, I played that song 50 million fucking times. I was like, this is so damn. I want to be in love. Mm-hmm. Oh! But if you want to talk about that, is a song by Tweet called "Beautiful." Mm-hmm. So beautiful, or beautiful. That's a beautiful fucking song.
And the last song on my list is it's called Mine. It's by Alex Isley. Her daughter, Ernie Isley.
That's Ernie Isley's daughter. Okay.
Yep, her father was in the Isley
It's
brothers.
still one of the last. It's just him and Ron now.
Yeah. But yeah, Mine is one of the most beautiful love songs I've ever heard. To that. And I put it in the group chat. I put both of them in the group chat. So, By Your Side. Again, I Only Have Eyes for You by the Flamingos. If my first dance at my wedding, that's either that or Hey by King.
Yeah, I like.
Ooh, child.
Like, Ty had this one song that she listened to by Lethune. Fortune.
Bethune?
No, Lethune.
Like,
yeah. Fortunate. Like, yo,
I know Maxwell.
Fortunate, and then I was about to say that makes me think of Maxwell.
I know you won't.
But yeah, she that was her like go to. But yeah, Maxwell, A Woman's Worth.
So I later found out what that song really is about, and I heard the original version in the movie I was watching. It was sung by a woman,
Kate Bush.
Yeah, I heard her version in a movie, and I was like, "Oh, Brandon told me that this was." I never knew it was a remake. If we're gonna mention something, "For You" by Kenny Lattimore.
Yes.
"Share My Life" with Eric Benet and Tamia.
Yes.
A Whole New World with Peebo Bryson.
Peebo Bryson and who was?
I can't remember the woman.
Regina Bell.
Regina Bell. Yeah. A Whole New World.
Yeah.
From Aladdin? The soundtrack?
Yeah,
but that was a love song, though.
Yeah, I guess it was.
I mean, but people Bryson singing, and it was like, that's the Velvet. That was love.
Yeah.
We
Who
got
else?
some real love songs back then.
Who else? I'm trying to think of like more recent ones.
Daniel Caesar and Her.
Best Part?
Yes. Best Part was beautiful.
Yeah, boy. Oh, that song.
Jamie Foxx has a song called Heaven.
Okay.
That is very, very beautiful. I heard that it's actually a different meaning to that song, but it's a love song. It's beautiful song.
I like to do Pink Sweat with
Pink Sweats, yeah.
Yeah, his joint, the joint that he did, I Want You.
Okay.
I like that one. I like that one.
And another song y'all might not have heard of. It's called Movie. It came out in 2018 or 2017, but it's Movie by Tom Misch.
Okay.
This song it's I want y'all to listen to this. Matter of fact, when y'all leave, I want you to play these in a car when you're on the way back home.
Okay.
I wish I could play them now so you could just hear them. But the song is just so beautiful. But yeah, my top, if I had to choose top 2 easily or top 3, LTD Love Ballad, I Only Have Eyes for You by the Flamingos, and
Always and Forever.
Always and Forever by Heatwave. Those 3 are just like top of the list. And with that being said, welcome to this week's episode of Wine and Audacity, the podcast. I'm your host, Brandon Sicard, and I'm joined by these niggas. How y'all feeling this week?
But
What's good?
The edible beating your ass again? Let's go. Ski.
been on that edible 3 weeks in a row.
Ski.
Listen, I ain't even gonna lie to you. Sometimes that's what you need just to get you like right there.
Of course.
Trying to get you right there, but once we get your little green card shit situated, then we can then we can talk.
Not my green card.
Not green card, but you know what I mean. Your green card. And your job be like, all right, it's official. You can.
That would be nice.
You can.
I'll be a much nicer person.
I believe it. I believe
What we
that.
talk about this week, B?
So, we actually don't have a topic this week. We decided that we want to just freestyle it and see what comes up as we sit here and talk shit. We talked about black health. Yeah, what y'all want to talk about this week? What's going on with y'all?
I don't know. So, I do want to share something with you guys. So, if you've been listening from the beginning, you know that Brandon, originally when we started this podcast, Brandon challenged me to do something that I was afraid to fucking do.
I did.
And I actually fucking did it.
What was that?
I did a stand-up set.
Hold on. With the slow clap.
I hate him so bad. I hate him so bad. I did. It was impromptu. It was not planned. I went to support a friend on her birthday. And she threw my ass on the stage. Y'all so damn stupid.
I love Kingdom Come so much.
That was my movie.
Why they got him in them shoes?
Because when he died, I don't think he was
My husband then slept with that thing. Lord, take me now. But yeah, it was impromptu. It was not planned. I did it back in August. And it was fun. It was really fun. They just kept saying, Shauna, go up there and did it. So after several shots of tequila, I took my ass up there and I just started talking. I just started telling jokes about my son and, just different little shit. Like they said, that's what comedy really is. Just telling your life stories but making the shit funny. So it was fun. I would do it again. Nice. Assisted by tequila, but I would do it again. But yeah, it was really, really funny.
I mean, you could start filming. You could start doing TikToks or reels and just talk about your day. Cause I
what?
I thought about
Jesus
it.
on the main line.
Cause what?
Y'all gotta see this shit that Brandon be showing us behind the fucking scenes.
I'm not showing y'all nothing.
Bullshit.
I thought about it.
Bullshit.
I thought about it because it's like the shit I say at work is like, oh, you can't make some of this shit up. And then it's like when you talk to somebody, they dying laughing, but it's like, bitch, this is my life, motherfucker. Like,
This and that's how I opened my set. I was like, I just want y'all to know, like, I'm not a comedian. I'm an asshole, and I say stuff, and people be thinking I be joking, but I be dead fucking serious. Like,
yeah, basically,
dead ass.
yeah.
Who house she gonna stay at? Loose.
That damn Ether beat when Ether started playing. Yeah, I miss New Orleans. I miss the food. I miss being around.
I've never
people.
been, but I would love to.
Oh yeah, you would love it. You would come back home 25 pounds heavier.
I heard. I just want some authentic.
Though, boy.
I want some authentic gumbo.
That took like 3 days to make.
You're not ready for the fucking humidity. I'll tell you that. If you want to go in like January or February, well, no, because depending on January, February is fucking Mardi Gras and it's fucking crowded. But I mean, you could go late, like after, like if you want to go like the week after Mardi Gras, just to go and experience the restaurants and everything. You can go to the French Quarter and Bourbon
And
Street.
what's beignets?
Oh,
Beignets,
And a hurricane.
Nah,
I had one of those. Of course, you know I'm a semi lightweight. That shit knocked me on my ass.
I believe it.
But
No, but them beignets though.
Child.
You have powdered sugar on your fucking forehead eating them damn beignets.
What you doing?
They got a lot of powdered sugar on them.
How you eat on your forehead?
I don't know.
But you just
They
sticking
just
your hand
nasty.
to the thing.
Like, I be on the plate like,
It'll come up like she snorted them out.
It's a line of
no, y'all in my
I'm
business.
walking on sunshine.
nigga, you got no. It's powdered sugar. I went to Cafe Du Monde.
Cafe Du Monde.
Cafe Du Monde.
Right.
Cafe Du Monde.
Yeah, cause certain food don't hit. It don't hit right when it's outside the state. Like I done had gumbo and I done had
You trying to say my gumbo is trash?
No, your gumbo is fucking amazing actually.
But
To say you ain't
But
never
I-
getting it again.
Listen, shit, don't
But
you do
you-
me
but
like
you
that. It's
want-
about to get cold too.
you want
It's almost gumbo
that. You want that
I need me a
authentic shit though.
few thousand bottles in my freezer. I got
You said a
room
few
for 'em.
thousand bottles.
Few thousand bottles.
She want she want that authentic shit right there.
Don't quit your day job sounding like that. Sound like you got Laffy Taffy in man.
But
Yeah, hold it. They're right there.
right now.
Bruh.
Just like,
No.
and they probably don't hear their accents. Just like if you feel like we don't hear
Yeah,
ours.
y'all don't, I didn't hear till I moved away and came back. Like, oh goddamn, what the fuck? Y'all
Yeah.
sound like
The same.
And it,
When I
it's jarring as
came,
shit.
I
ain't it?
came
don't
back
hear
home,
it.
it's like
Until I was watching.
the fuck.
What the fuck you just said?
Nah, yo, when I heard the kids talking, and then it's like, yo, they abdicate the C's and K's and that shit.
Ain't no T's,
And it's like
ain't no
I'm looking
D's.
for like, yo, like I asked them beef and broccoli. I was like, what the fuck is broccoli? Like broccoli? Yeah, no, beef and broccolis. Like,
You have to. It's a thing. Again, this happened when I was 16. We went to Chicago and came back, and people said I sound the country as all hell. Been living in Chicago for 3 years, and then coming back, it was like, the fuck. I said
And
I
I
used to talk like
realized
that.
that they because like okay, I watched Black Ink Chicago, and when I hear them talk, I'm like they do kind of got a southern kind of twang, but they Midwest.
Because most of their grandparents and stuff are from Mississippi and Alabama and
Okay.
Louisiana, so
Okay.
Great Migration, they all moved north to Chicago and Gary to work in like the steel mills and stuff. You know, and they retain the southern accent.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Just to hear them talk, so it's so funny.
when you realize
so-
Michael
it's-
Jackson was from the hood.
Hell yeah.
Fuck yeah, he was.
But nah, but yeah.
That's why
like,
Joe was
when we,
crazy, allegedly.
But yeah, when we had first moved to Georgia, and it's like I'm we working with folks.
Was it a culture shock?
Yeah, because
Did they
I
ask
was-
you to say certain stuff?
Yeah.
When they found out you was from Baltimore?
yeah, they asked me to say two and you and shit like that, and then they also asked about it. Then they also asked like was the wire real, like that shit, and it's
yeah.
like
That's
yeah.
not every fucking location in
Right.
Baltimore. I am going to.
No,
going
it was
out
real,
around
but that
like
wasn't
a
our
next episode.
reality.
No, but
Well, at
what
least
I
not
said
for
to
us.
him, no, what I
We
said
didn't
to him
grow up
was
in
just
that,
like,
so-
yo, Baltimore is a tourist trap. It's like, yo, we got
Is it?
night, yeah. Like, yo, I'm surprised. Like, I'll be surprised when I see like the amount of people in like different cultures. They come from where they come from just to come here, and it's like, don't go on the other side of that street though. Like, stay where you stay where you at, like, at the harbor. Don't go on the other side. Don't go on the side of Lombard and shit like that, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, they like, I want to see the real Baltimore. No, you don't. Stay right here. where stay right here where they got the man juggling knives sitting over there by the SS Constellation. Is that the SS Constellation? No,
I think it's USS Constellation.
Yeah. Go over there where that dude juggling, and you get your little readers and the little splash pad that they built, and the little playground that they built where the carousel used to be. Yeah, go there. Don't go on the other side though.
To me, Baltimore isn't a tourist trap. I mean, there are certain areas that have been gentrified, of course, like with any city, but any major city. But Baltimore, to me, isn't a tourist trap because I feel like the harbor's dead whenever I drive by it.
Yeah, but of course, it's not like that. I mean, of course, it isn't like that to us because we live here.
Oh yeah.
But it's like you kind of want to know like what's the appeal for people to come like from different countries to like walk through here, like it's like damn. Or they go to DC. They come from all over the place. Well, I guess the appeal is that the president lived like right there, like 2 blocks from the hood, or smack dab in the middle. But it's like, yeah, it is a culture shock when you go places and you realize that you have an accent. Or because you've been around the people all your life,
so you don't notice it because it's just
And they like say that.
I
again.
noticed I see like people from Baltimore on TV. So like, Christian.
I forgot Christian's.
Yeah, Christian. When you hear her talk, you like, oh yeah, that's Baltimore all day. You really hear it when she says certain stuff. But when you hear Tammy talk, you don't really hear her accent.
I don't think she's originally from Baltimore though.
Tammy Rivera?
Yeah.
I believe she went to Milford from what I remember, but I think she's originally from like born and raised, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh yeah.
But you don't really hear it in her. But just like with Jada, I don't hear it in Jada. And Jada was born and raised.
But Jada had it. If you go back and watch Low Down Dirty Shade,
yes, you can hear it.
She said that she just left Mondawmin. She to go walk on set.
What's up, little moccasin?
Them county checks. I said, oh yeah, she from Tioga Parkway. She from Gwynns Falls. She from Gwynns Falls. All day, every day.
All day, shorty.
That's funny.
But I was watching something in this comedian. They had came here to do something, and he was like, "Man, Baltimore hit different, man." He said, "Fucking dummy is a compliment in fucking Baltimore."
Yeah.
The niggas walk up on you like, "Fuck it is, dummy." I said, "It's not just you, sir. I was a little offended the first time somebody said to me, bitch, cause who the fuck you talking to?" Oh, that was a good thing. Oh, well, fuck it is, dummy. Okay, my bad, shorty.
Hello,
What?
dummy. How are you, dummy? Did I get that right?
What, did I say that right? Yeah. Oh, wait, my son's words. You get it?
You know my nephew Derek. He talks like that, and I have to understand there's a difference in age because he is almost 11 years younger than me, than us. He's 11 years younger than Keith, but almost to the day.
That's crazy.
And it's just the way he talks to him, like. But it's so crazy in how we all grew up in the same house and how just language is different. Ooh, excuse me. That's it. Bold ginger ale. Creep it up on my
Somebody
ass.
else you really hear than Snoop.
Oh, yeah. You mean Snoop?
You really hear it in her.
How my head look, man? You look good, girl.
You supposed to do what you supposed to do.
Yeah.
You don't just...
Yeah.
You ain't ask no questions.
Nah, yo, get out of here with that dumb ass shit. I be like, yo. And then her fucking laugh. Her laugh tickles the shit out of me. Because she sound like Herman Munster when she laughed.
She does?
You ever heard her
No.
laugh? She was on Love and Hip Hop New York. Because she had moved to New York for a while. She was on Love and Hip Hop New York. And she laughed at something. She was like... And I hollered, yo. She's so fucking funny though. Like I feel like she would be so cool to hang around, yo. She just seems like she's so cool and laid back. I swear she do, but you really hear her accent when she talk. I'm like, you not
especially
gonna
on
tell
The
me.
Wire. Yeah.
Yes, you not gonna tell me you don't know this fucking girl. This
No.
Just hilarious too.
Oh, you really hear it in Jess. When I be watching Wild 'N Out, oh my god. Oh god, it's so funny. And her, I'm at her dad. Her dad does karaoke.
Yeah.
Mr. Kevin. Mr. Kevin is so funny.
Yeah.
He is so daggone funny.
Yeah.
I felt like though, no, but I do like when you watch it and then you realize like most of the actors that's not even from here, then they were doing it, it's like, yo, we really sounded like that.
Yeah, but when
they don't do it. People who aren't from here don't do it justice though.
They don't, because when they did that movie 12 o'clock boys, and they was trying to do the accent, it was so fucking annoying. Like they was hitting too hard on the two.
The E.
Two, yo, do like it. The number 2 or Mountain Dew? Like what are we talking about?
Avenue.
Hands up, thumbs down, represent that E down.
You want to know how old we are?
Oh.
Do you realize that K Swift, the last Club Queen club mix I had from her is from 2008?
Rest in peace, K Swift.
Rest in peace, K Swift.
There'll never be another.
And I listened to it randomly. I think I was at the gym one time. It's a fucking Baltimore Club playlist on Spotify.
Yeah.
I know
Yeah.
you fucking lying.
Yes.
No, dead ass, yo.
It's about now. A lot of it is the newer stuff that came out years after I stopped listening to club music. Because I guess with a lot of the older stuff, because of licensing issues, a lot of those remixes were just they stole people's
How you want to go?
right. They stole clips and stuff to make the songs, and it wasn't licensed, so you can't really. Well, at least as far as I know, don't sue me, Rod Lee, or anybody, or DJ Griff, or whoever else, Kenny K, and all them people. But a lot of those samples that they used, they were just lifted off of like TV shows and like off of songs, and they weren't cleared, so they couldn't put a lot of the songs.
Like
Right.
No, that's on it. No. Now most of Rod Lee shit is like
original.
full whole albums, like whole albums. They on that.
So let me pull it up because I think Rod Lee's playlist is so on the Baltimore Club playlist on Spotify. I think they do have a lot of like Rod Lee stuff because he
And
made
DJ,
a lot of
DJ Class.
a lot of original stuff. Like they had Miss Tony.
Yes, you are.
What's up? Yeah, that's from when we was young. We were in elementary school. That was like first, second grade when that came out. Rider Girl by K Swift. I'm the Ish, DJ Class. A lot. Doodoo Brown by Two Hype Brothers. Shout out to
Doodoo Brown.
Doom 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 doom.
Stop. Everybody on the inside floor.
Shout out to for those of y'all who are from Atlanta, y'all know Frank Ski for being on y'all's V103. But if you aren't aware, Frank Ski was on Baltimore's V103 first before he moved to Atlanta.
V103, which is now what, 92Q?
No. So 92, they were two separate stations.
Was
102.7.
Yeah, that's what it was.
92Q. So back in the early 90s, Baltimore had two, like, I guess, quote unquote, urban radio stations, V103 and 92Q. And with V103 used to run households. They were the station that everybody listened to because Frank Ski used to be on in the mornings. I'll forget who he was on the show with, but everybody listened to V103. When Frank Ski left V103 to move to Atlanta, I'm not sure if he started Atlanta's V103 or if it was the same company or whatever. I think they have the same. I think they're 102.7 in Atlanta as well. But that's Detroit. That's not Baltimore.
We took it down, okay.
Yeah. But Frank Ski, when he left V103 in Baltimore, I think 92 or 93, the ratings tanked so bad because all the black people in Baltimore they went over to 92Q, and since 92Q has actually been the black station, number one station in urban radio in Baltimore for 20 years now. V103, within a year of Frank Ski leaving, underwent a format change, and they switched from like R&B, rap, hip hop to alternative rock. And that was my intro because where we lived at the time, I couldn't get 92Q in my room. So I was listening, when we went to elementary school, I was listening to V103. And I think 4th grade or 5th grade year, when he left, they changed the format to like top 40s alternative. And that's when I got into like Nirvana and Marcy Playground with Sex and Candy and all of these alternative grunge stations songs because I couldn't get 92Q in my room. And that's how I got into
stayed on 92Q, baby.
Yeah, boy. Doodoo Brown.
Every Saturday or every Friday night, Saturday night.
Frank is responsible for one of...
He's one of the godfathers of Baltimore Club music.
He is responsible for some shit that y'all dance to nowadays.
That's been sampled.
Such as... If there's some hoes in this house, there's some hoes in this house. If that sounds familiar to y'all, Cardi didn't come up with that, baby. That was a sample.
That was a sample from
good old Frank Ski, baby.
child. We got so many memories.
Yes, indeed.
So many memories.
The time was had, child.
Back when we was going to the club doing.
When we was sneaking in before we was 18, going down Paradise.
I definitely started going to the docks down when I was 16. I was 16.
Generation Extremes and Towson with the rock.
You was going to the tunnel. Your ass was going to the tunnel.
Huh?
Remember that? Nigga, if you can hear.
I wasn't down there. I don't know what you talking about.
Oh, you want to tell that lie?
I wasn't down there.
Nigga, you grown. Your mother can't beat your ass now.
I don't even know what you. Oh yeah, you right.
Right. So you wasn't at the tunnel, right?
I might have been.
Especially when we was in high school. See, Shauna was at the tunnel. I didn't go to the tunnel.
I only went to the tunnel with Wavy a couple times, and I was with my cousins.
Mm-hmm.
I was with my cousins from OEs for the weekend, and my aunt dropped us off down there. Baby, our time was had. But baby, let me tell you something. When they tell you to be outside, your ass better be outside, because my aunt embarrassed the fuck out of my cousin. Yeah. She had the damn DJ announce my cousin's whole name and tell her your mother waiting for you outside. My cousin said she ain't want nobody to know it was her. She danced her ass over to the steps and ran out. Baby, she told us that story. That was like 20 years ago. That shit is still fucking hilarious. She said, girl, I danced all the way up to the steps like, ow, bow, bow. Because I did not want nobody to know that it was me she was calling.
Yo, shout out to Reggie Reg and rest in peace. No, because we used to live.
Another Baltimore legend.
We used to live like across the way my apartment complex was. It was like, you cross the fence, they had another community, and he used to live in that community. And it's like every time he came around, like that's when niggas had met like Lil Romeo and Petey Pablo. He used to give us like CDs. He gave us
North Carolina.
He gave us CDs like up and coming artists, and it was like. Yeah,
Reggie was funny. I ran into him at City View one night. I was actually supposed to be meeting somebody up there for a damn date, and I walked in looking around for him, and Reggie was in there that night. And he said, "You looking for me? Here I go!" And I bust out laughing. He was really cool. He was a cool dude.
Oh, we had a time. Ooh.
My time was had, baby. Them motherfucking kitty discos. Me and Keith stayed at a kitty disco on Easter Sunday, honey. Our good shit on.
I remember with me going to the club starting at 16, going down to the Paradox. I went so much before I turned 18. By the time I hit 21, then I was in college going to, remember fucking Club Mate? Fucking Hanover Street.
Hey, yo,
God.
that was some good ass food though. Like, when we
I'm trying to remember if I ever been in.
Do you know that sign is still there? The building's been repurposed. It's like 4 different businesses now. But I guess whoever took it over.
The sign is still there, right there before you get to the corner, because
Patapsco Avenue.
It's a fire ass Jamaican restaurant right there. And yeah, that sign is still. I seen it last week. Because my old supervisor, Miss Angie, her church is right down the street. On the other end of the block. And I went to visit her at church where that rolled past like, I know you fucking lying.
Club Mate has been closed for like 15 years. They were open. They were open. They weren't even open 5 years. They weren't even probably 3 or 4.
And then the niggas started niggering.
The people in the neighborhood started complaining because it was like, who decided to put a fucking nightclub in the middle of a fucking residential block?
Yeah, it was so much traffic down there.
Oh, Club Mate. And then we talked about in the last episode, we were talking about black TV shows. We did our little aside on John Waters and got on Serial Mom talking about Hammerjacks. But we started going to Hammerjacks.
Hammerjacks to what?
Bourbon Street.
Bourbon Street.
But the Hammerjacks we went to wasn't the one under the bridge where Raven Stadium is now.
No.
We went to the one on Guilford.
Yes.
Back when they first moved over.
We went to the one on Guilford because it was another club opposite of it. I forgot the name of the club, but I had a party there one time. It was it's closer to being under
the parking lot
bridge. Yes, they put a club across the street from there called not Safari.
No,
not Safari.
Safari's on O'Donnell Street.
Yeah, it's not Safari. It was called. Oh, I can't remember. But one of my old coworkers used to be a promoter. Okay. So he used to have parties down there all the time.
Is it still there or it's gone?
I believe they closed it. I think I haven't been down that way really in a long time. But it was right there where the parking lot, right across from the parking lot where the bridge is at, where they be having the fucking farmers market. Yeah. Right there. I cannot remember the name of it.
I don't remember. It was 303 something. It was a number, wasn't it?
Yes.
304.
But it was more than one club. They changed the name.
347 Lounge or something like that.
357.
No.
Not 357 name. Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah.
No, it was more than they changed the name a couple times. I cannot remember. If I go through like my memories and stuff on Facebook, I probably can tell you what it was because I had the flyer and stuff for when I did my party that year. But yeah, I cannot think of the name of it right now. But it was quite a few clubs down there that we used to go to.
Remember Red Maple?
Yes, I was about to say that. Red Maple. Red Maple ended up changing to something else. Red Maple ended up being called. Not Safari, it was something else. It was outdoor.
Safari's on O'Donnell Street. Red Maple was on Charles Street. Right,
but Red Maple got turned into something else. Where they used to have that back deck open and stuff. Because we went down there for Ty had a birthday party down there one time, and me and Key went down there. And then we went down there for another one of my girlfriend's party. It got called. They changed the name to something else.
Back when we can get Keon out the house.
Yep. And they changed the name of it. And then Baltimore Live was close to Howard Street.
Iguana Cantina.
Oh baby, let's talk about them $20 cups. We used to come out of that bitch fucked up. Like, Lord, we gonna get home. That was after I finally got a car. Ooh baby.
We going down Iguana.
Half people was packed to brand the car, half one was packed to mine. Because it was like me and B was the first two that had cars out the group. Baby, a time was had. A time was had, honey.
It's Baltimore Soundstage now.
Yep, but it sure is.
I remember, that sign. Iguana Cantina. What a time.
A time was had.
Remember the
now that I look back and they had fucking
it was the Sly Fox.
Boy, I thought that was a strip club.
No, the Sly Fox. That's where we That's where we went and we got the Jaeger bombs.
I ain't no fucking Jaeger
Was that the name of it?
Yeah.
Down Fells Point.
Yeah, I think it was Fells Point, close to where the last blockbuster was. It was like
I think that was Fells Point.
Yeah.
I swear I thought the name. You know what? You're right. That is the name of that place because a lot of that shit down there was named after animals. Because down Federal Hill, it was the fucking stalking horse and the oyster place. It was Riley's Oyster, which is a, if I'm not mistaken, Riley's Oyster is a Cajun restaurant now.
Okay.
Called I can't think of the name of it. That food was pretty good though.
We have any questions for this episode, Shauna? Okay, good. Well, because we just rambling at this point, and I'm over answering these damn relationship questions. So let's proceed into the questions.
I have quite a few actually left over from the list and stuff I be compiling and whatnot. So I'm just gonna throw a few out there. This one comes from X Reddit. And before I get into it, let me do my little spiel, as Brandon would say. Spiel. If you have any questions you want asked or answered on the podcast, any stories you want featured, you can reach us via email at askwandapod@gmail.com. That is ASKWANDAPOD@gmail.com. You can also reach us via social media. And that is WandaPod _ on Twitter and IG, and Wine and Audacity the podcast on Facebook. Shut up, nigga. Anywho, as I was saying, go to hell. As I was saying, this question comes from the X Reddit thread, and I thought it was funny, so I just wanted to see how y'all will react to this one. So it just says, what are some real life examples, good or bad, of karma that you have seen?
I don't know. Some real life examples of karma I've seen. The thing is, I don't want to tell specific cases because people will be able to tell it's them that I'm talking about because these are like specific circumstances.
Okay.
I kind of can't, and I mean, I guess I could keep it general, but again, it's kind of like telling somebody's. You go first, Aaron.
Okay.
I don't know.
So real life, like places where I seen it's karma, karma hits fast. I would say when somebody that they make a decision, whereas they probably should have included everybody on said decision. And as soon as they make that decision, your shit blow up in their face, and then you be like, you should have came and talked to me. Or you should have talked, or you be looking like, you should have talked to somebody. I think when people base their decisions off of raw emotion, and then the shit, then that shit blow up in the face, and then it's like, if you just came and talked to somebody and we couldn't rationalize some shit, Like you could have rationalized it, and you know probably would have put more thought into it, versus you jumping off the jumping out the window. Like, right now you out the window. Now you gotta fall. Like, ain't no parachute. You gotta hit that ground, bro. And then it's like, yo. Then they come back to you and it's like,
you don't want to hit them with that. I told you so.
Like, don't you say it. Don't you say it. Like, shh.
But the best feeling in the world is being able to tell somebody, I told you so.
And you be like, but I told you not to do it. I told you not to do it. But I see it every day. I see it every day in my class, in the classroom. Mm-hmm. Don't you go over there messing with him. Then as soon as they go over, you get smacked, like kid gets smacked up, and it's like, shh. He hit me. I told you not to go over there.
Not to go mess with little Timmy, and Timmy to slap the shit out you. Now you
like,
want to be crying in my face. Oh well.
Or if you tell them to get down, then they fall and hurt themselves, and you be like,
I told you, stupid ass. You can't very well call people kids.
So what did you learn?
Nothing apparently.
Not to get up on the thing. I was like, yeah. So you gonna climb up there again? No. You gonna go down the slide, right? Yeah. You know, like they trying to climb up the slide. They get kicked in the face by a kid coming down the slide, and it's like, we told you go up the ladder, down the slide.
So, a case of karma that I saw in real life, and the person I'm talking about probably don't listen to this. I don't give a shit, even if they do. But the case of karma I saw was this dude. He was a dude who played with a lot of women's feelings. Like, he wasn't honest with them when he could have been.
Out there sowing that wild oats.
He just was a real dirty type of dude. He didn't care when he hurt people. He just like, oh, they'll get over it. He finally decided to change his ways. And he got with this girl and he fell in love with her. He wanted to marry her. And she did to him what he had been doing to women. All them years. Nigga was broken. Like, heartbroken, like sitting in the shower singing Tony Braxton, "Unbreak My Heart," heartbroken.
Say you love me again.
Like, and I giggled. I ain't gonna lie, I laughed. I'm sorry.
I giggled.
I would have.
I giggled.
I wouldn't have giggled, nigga. I'd have laughed like flat out.
I got one more. This girl that I knew way back in the day used to constantly lie about being pregnant and having miscarriages. When she finally got pregnant, she had a miscarriage. And she has not been able to
I ain't gonna laugh at that. I don't want that.
I'm not gonna laugh at it, but when I heard about it, I
ain't laughing at that.
I was like, oh, okay.
No, my nuts can stop working. I'm gonna be able to have no kids. No, I'm good.
No, because I've been in a situation.
I don't plan on having no more, but I'm still not gonna laugh about it. But yeah, when I found that out, I was like, ooh, oh, good, okay.
I've been.
I mean, people think karma ain't real, and it is. It is. Karma is fucking real, and it comes when you least expect it. And what people don't realize is it might not even hit you directly. It can fuck with somebody you care about.
Yo, I had
indirectly. You get what I'm saying?
I had somebody lie about having cancer.
Oh, Jesus.
Right, but check this out.
Who lied about having cancer? Do I know this person?
I don't even think I know who you talking about.
Oh, okay. About to say, I thought it was somebody we all knew. Who? Oh, damn. Okay, so, I don't know. I don't know them.
That ginger ale ain't strong enough. Hold on. Oh my God.
This person lied about having cancer, right?
Who does that?
Hold on, but like, and to the point where, though, at the time I was working down University. No, what's the hospital like right there next to Lexington Market? Is that
University?
That's the University of Maryland.
Yeah, that's University.
All right, cool. So I was doing, I was doing valet at the time, and it's like, where I'm at is the cancer wing. Like, we right outside. So if you're saying that you got a treatment, that you're getting treatment here at here, and I'm standing outside, I never see you. Mm-hmm. And then even if we ride the same bus, you'll get off, but I never see you come down here, and I'm down here all day. from like 6 in the morning to probably like I say probably like 6 or 7:30 at night. And I'm down and and it's like I've never seen you, and on the days where you say you got you getting treatment, I never see you. But then you started pulling your hair out, trying to be like, oh, now my hair falling out, but like, bruh, went the whole
Is
nine.
that not like a mental illness?
But I think it prolonged our stay. Cause we supposed to like leave. I want to say like supposed to leave like around like December. Then we ended up leaving March that next year, and March the following year. And
Good
it's like,
Lord have mercy. Oh, who does that?
But
people really don't believe in karma, man. Like,
and what I mean,
that
and
shit
then that shit came back. And it was like, now you got ailments. And it's like, yo, all these years of lying about conditions that you didn't have. And it's like, bruh, now you hurt. You know what I mean? Now you hurt. Now you need like surgery and shit. But you can't necessarily get the surgery because it's gonna take you out of work or whatever. But it's like, yo, for me, it's like, yo, that's karma.
Months. Yo, I saw a video this was literally last night. I think I sent it to y'all. Key might have sent it to us in the group chat, where a woman faked a pregnancy. She was in the hospital being interviewed by the police, and they were asking her, like, I guess she had just given birth, right? And they asked her, like, ma'am, so like, the police walk in, they got the body cameras on. We're watching body cam footage, so it might have been on Twitter, like one of those like accounts that show like clips like that. But anyway. We was sitting there. I was sitting there watching it, and the cops walk in the room, and they talking to the lady. She was like, "Well," he was like, "Well, ma'am, can you tell us what happened?" She was like, "Yeah, I was on the side of the road, and I just gave birth, but my husband, he's on his way here, and why are you asking me these questions? Like, I just gave birth." And
I feel like I know what this.
They told this is they told the cops the baby's name. She was like, "Oh, that's a beautiful." The cops said, "Yes, that's a beautiful name. You got a beautiful little girl." But why were you so like reluctant to let the doctor do an ultrasound? Because like after you give birth, they want to check check your body, check your organs, make sure like you're not
make
having.
Sure you gave birth to the afterbirth.
Right. Make sure you're not like you don't have any like health issues. And she was like, "Well, I mean, I could undergo birth. I mean, I could undergo like the surgeries. I was just afraid because I just wanted my husband here with me." And the cop was like, "Ma'am, are you sure?" She was like, "Yeah, I'm sure." So he was like, "Okay, ma'am, stop lying." Like, ma'am,
stole my baby.
So she was like, "Well, sir, I gave birth on the side of the road." He was like, "Ma'am, you're not pregnant." Like, if we have an officer, have a doctor come in here and do an ultrasound, they can show us whether or not that you just gave birth.
Not an ultrasound. They would do a cervical exam.
Well, yeah, they can do an exam. Yeah. I forget the term. I don't have lady parts.
They would do an exam.
I don't have lady or lady parts. I don't know how that works.
Lady parts.
Yes, I don't have that.
Promises.
No, as in they them. I don't have those parts. So they were like, we can do an exam to see if you just gave birth, and we just want to make sure that your organs are safe, you're safe, because this is a traumatic experience.
Sure, shit.
Especially if you just gave birth on the side of the road before you came to the hospital. Mm-hmm. So she was like, well, I can submit to a case, and so they were like, I can submit to the testing. That's fine. I just wanted my husband here. And she was like, I'm tongue tied. The cop was like, okay, ma'am. So what happened to the lady on the side of the road? And she was like, well, what lady? I don't know what lady you're talking about. I didn't do anything to any lady. And the cop was like, well, ma'am, I never said you did anything to a lady, but I just said, like, what happened on the side of the road? Where'd you get this baby from? Because not too far from when you claimed you gave birth, we found a woman in like a field or something that had her baby cut out of her stomach. And no more than a few seconds later, the camera, I guess the footage like transitioned into the doctor coming in, and the cops went on the other side of the curtain, and the transition again, and the doctor was walking on the curtain. She was like, yeah, she didn't just give birth.
Hell no.
I've seen so many of them stories. That shit is so scary. And it's always them luring somebody, saying they had baby clothes, or befriending somebody or stuff like that. We've seen so many stories like that. Or they right out stealing babies from hospitals, which is why they put I know when I had Trey, they put a monitor on Trey's ankle. when I had him. I told them my baby was on house arrest. He had a little monitor on his ankle, and if they would have took him out that hospital with that monitor on his ankle, it would have went off.
Mm-hmm.
Remember, people were stealing people babies from the hospital. Remember, we watched that movie, Kamaya Mobley.
Mm-hmm.
That movie and
Carletta White.
Carlina White.
Yeah,
like all them years they thought them people was their parents. Come to find out, like no,
they stole them from hospitals.
Like they had no birth certificates or nothing all them years. So I'm like, how the fuck was she able to register her for school and all that shit like that all them years? I never understood that part of the story, but yeah, it was crazy. And one of them, she did not want the woman to go to jail. Yeah. But I understand because as far as she knew, that woman was her mother. That woman raised her all her life.
True. Yeah, so, I didn't see the movie on Lifetime they did for was it
Carlina White?
Oh, Carlina White. When Niecy Nash played the mother.
No, not Niecy Nash.
Niecy Nash was the Kamaya Mobley one because Niecy Nash played the mother, the one that had kidnapped the baby.
Sherry Shepherd, I think was in the Carlina movie.
Okay.
Sherry Shepherd and Keke Palmer.
Okay.
I think we're in Carlina White's movie. Kamaya Mobley was the one who was on to Fix My Life with her biological father and all that stuff. She was horrible. And
she was like, I don't know that. She was reacting to it badly because the woman was already in jail. She was like, well, that's my mother. That's my family. Like,
but she had started establishing a relationship with like her siblings and her father. Right.
Iyanla wasn't the person. They should have been a licensed psychotherapist.
Yeah, but the father condoned all of her stuff, her acting out and all of that other stuff. Like, he condoned all of that. Like, he was a yes man to her, and I guess he felt guilty maybe. Right. But it wasn't your fault. Like, this lady literally came in dressed like a fucking nurse and stole your baby.
Right.
So, like, it wasn't your fault that happened. But she was a lot. She was very disrespectful to Iyanla when she was on that show.
But again, I'm of the mind that Iyanla is not. Iyanla has some sage words at times. She's a life coach. She was not the person to go on to fix that kind of trauma.
Yeah. She couldn't do anything.
Put your mouth in that hole, beloved. Speak your truth into that hole.
Pop my butt. Do you think Harriet Tubman was popping her butt?
They popped her on the butt. With a whip.
No, baby, I told you ain't nothing going to ever top her calling Neffy your gutter snipe.
Straight up
out the hood. Neffy said, let me get the fuck out of here if I fuck this lady up. Oh, Lord, I miss Iyanla Fix My Life. Many of them shows I sit there and cry.
What's your favorite Iyanla Fix My Life episode? I think mine was the one.
Neffy and
6 Brown Chicks.
I don't remember that one, and I don't know why until I went to look them up about something, and it came up. I said, "Oh shit, I gotta go back and watch this." And
you let a penis penetrate your friendship?
A penis!
I said, you know what, Iyanla?
DMX was one of my.
Hey, let's shut the fuck up, man.
Like, I'm gonna keep fucking till my dick fall off. That was a lot. That was a lot.
Earl.
Oh, and the episode that she did
with the man that had like 35 kids.
What I didn't like is I felt like she was coddling him, and it pissed me off. She coddled men a lot. I noticed that about her. I love Iyanla, but she coddled them grown ass men a little too much. Right. No, ma'am. Stop coddling these goddamn men.
She coddled some of them, and then she didn't.
She did that with Neffy's husband. He was not a victim. He was just as much a participant in the detriment of their marriage. Like, she coddled a lot of them men way too much. But other times, like you said, she spoke some words. She has some.
Iyanla had some stuff with her, but I feel like in the one time she was interviewing the mother, the sister, and their daughters, and the daughter showed up. She was like, "You came up in here with a coffee drink and didn't get me one." You late. And then with the episode she did with the Braxtons.
Woo, baby.
When Miss
Mama E
wore Tamar's ass out, and Tamar was going up. When she got loud, Tamar was like,
"Baby, I said you ain't learned from when she told you she was gonna smack the piss out you. You ain't learned."
The cone piss out of you. Tamar, say one more word and I got you.
Baby, Mama E ain't to be fucked with, you know?
Yeah, I'm still scared of Miss Evelyn to this day.
Listen, I ain't playing with Mama E. Mama E look like she a two-piece your ass. I ain't fooling with Mama. Baby, because when they did that movie and they showed the way she reacted when she found out
Braxton was cheating on her.
Michael Sr. was cheating. Whoa! She forgot all about Jesus that time. She wasn't playing with him. She's about to take all that shit up at that fucking house.
And was.
My Lord. I said, Tamar, you was raised by this woman. Are you fucking crazy? I wouldn't talk to Mama E like that. She ain't in my mama.
Wait a minute. respect your elders.
Baby, she wasn't
You want to go
playing.
with the word? I got this, Trina. She's like, I ain't saying that, mommy. I'm sorry. We will. I tell you right there and now. You say one more word and I got you. Mm-hmm. And Tamar was like,
Okay.
she
Sure
is
did
the
tell
only
girl she was gonna
person.
smack the corn piss out of her.
She is the only person I've seen make Tamar Braxton go mute. The only person. Her sisters couldn't do it. Well, nobody outside of the damn family could do it. But Miss Evelyn, the only person I've seen shut Tamar down. And Tamar.
But I
went mute.
think that's subconsciously with all of us, with our mothers. It's like, although we grown, but then it's like, although we're grown and we are adults, and your mom your goddamn self. So it's like, but then at the same time, it's like, there's certain things that we say that we would not, like, we wouldn't overstep, or certain things we say, like, if we just talking to each other, but like, we can talk to her while we can talk to her as an adult. It's like, just certain shit we won't say, and it's like, just out of respect, or you don't want to offend, like, you don't necessarily want to offend. But yeah, when Mama E came off at Tamar, and it was like, oh, you got everybody else like, oh, say something, say something,
Baby, you about
Say
to fuck
something.
around and find out.
say something. Come on, that's it. Come on. Ain't nobody humble. You Tamar, you were talking shit for years. Say something.
About everybody and their husband. As soon as somebody says something about Vince, what you?
This man right here is totally different.
Shit.
That comment didn't age well, did it, Tay Tay?
I don't want her to come for us. Let's just move on.
Baby, she ain't gonna come for me. All I'm gonna do is make a bowhead joke. It's fine. I'm just gonna tell her she look like E.J. Johnson. She'll leave me alone.
What's the next question, Sean? I'm not getting there. I ain't got no beef with none of them Braxtons. There's 16 of them. They are from Maryland. I don't want no smoke with nobody less than Braxton. Because they will come and climb your ass like a spider monkey, two-piecing you from every which
Not a
angle.
spider monkey.
Oh, there's 16 of them. They be singing the Braxton family theme song, beating your ass.
Listen, the only one
Behind
that I'm scared of.
and you see that. Ooh. Good
Praise
wine.
God. That's a good wine glass.
That's a good wine glass. They ain't break.
Look, the only one of the Braxtons who I would probably be scared of is Tracy. God rest her
Rest in
soul.
peace.
She was the realest one.
No, Tracy can fight. I don't mess with women from Anne Arundel County. I'm sorry. They scare me.
She was my favorite Braxton. I love Tracy. Anyway,
Tracy get
all
with
right.
you.
So,
Tracy talk about her sisters.
And then feed you after she whooped your
Nope.
ass.
No,
she too
hold on.
peachy.
You hungry?
learn?
Right. Nah, ain't even
Go ahead
gonna
and drink that water.
Ain't gonna apologize.
You need some.
You hungry?
Put this ice on your lip.
Can't have
All right.
Next question.
So this one came from the Ask Women thread on Reddit.
Oh,
Okay.
spicy.
Yes.
All right. What does being taken care of mean to you in any kind of relationship?
Or just taking care of me in any kind of relationship? No, nigga, I'm asking you.
What is what?
Yeah.
What does being taken care of
mean to you in any kind of relationship?
It's easy. You will let the married man answer first. Go ahead, married man.
Yeah, he marked.
He murked.
Mark.
Honestly, I want to say, like, what I've noticed that a lot of women are saying that they want to live this, the soft lifestyle, which is basically like what our grandparents. I mean, in my opinion, is what our grandparents been doing for years. Like the man go to work, he make the money, bring it home to you. Bring her home to the woman, and she's able to allocate all the money to whatever bills need to be paid, and then whatever she want in the middle of it, she get to buy it. Like, she don't have to worry about anything. And I think that that's what I try to provide. Like, I try to provide that in the aspect of, like, if you're gonna work, I'd rather you be doing something that you actually like, actually want to do, because I've seen the person that you are when you're just doing something just to be doing something, your heart not in it. And it's like, that takes a toll on you mentally, physically, and emotionally. And it's like, you aren't yourself.
But when, giving the place to be creative, she's a totally different person. Like you actually see her happy in her element. So it's like, for me, it's like, if you want to work, I'd rather you be doing something like, for our business or your business or, some way you're not working for nobody. The only person that you're working for is yourself. And in that term, until you figure that out, I got us.
Yeah.
Yeah. Kind of.
Brandon.
Repeat the question, please.
The question.
What does
Nigga, you was talking for 10 minutes.
The question.
what does being taken care of mean to you in any kind of relationship?
It means somebody listening and being attentive and paying attention, but also giving me the space to just exist. I think, at least for me in a lot of my past relationships, I've existed in a space of being so concerned about what I could do for the person, that I actually don't always take into account how the person is treating me or what they're doing for me, because I'm so worried about making that person happy. I don't stop to see, okay, are they fulfilling any of my needs? Are they doing for me? Am I nervous when I'm around them? Is my body on edge, or do they make me tense because of how they present or how they interact with me? And I've learned to take care of me personally, be attentive, but also give me a space to just relax and release. In any
Relax.
Relax. That's the episode title.
I like it.
Yeah. I just a person can take care of me by making me feel comfortable.
Okay.
And I think that's just in any terms of relationship, whether it's platonic, romantic. Well, you and I had a conversation that was pretty heavy early this week after I talked to Mrs. Howard. Mrs. Robinson. I don't know who Mrs. Robinson is. Mrs. Howard. And you allow me that space to be comfortable for us to have that conversation where I had planned on never mentioning that to anybody but her.
Right.
That is something in itself to me that is an amazing thing that I need to have in all relationships.
Shout out to your therapist for helping you step out your comfort zone, though.
I need to do that in general.
I've seen a change in B where he expresses himself more about how he feels about things.
Because remember when we was 18, 19, nigga, I just sitting there looking stupid, wouldn't say nothing about anything.
Mm-hmm.
I was the same way, Not really talking about anything. Not really talking about or expressing how I feel about anything, because for me, I felt like like my shit was obsolete.
You mean obsolete?
Meaning like, as long as y'all, as long as the person is good, like however I feel, don't really matter. But then being with somebody who they care about, because for me it's like, no matter where we at, I just like, I want Keita to be comfortable.
Right.
Like I don't care if I hate the situation. I think the only time where I was like adamant about something is like, California. Like, I don't want to live in California. I didn't like it in California. Like, I didn't like it when we were there for that 6 months. So it's like, for me, it's like, I don't want to, I can't, I don't want to do that. Mm-hmm. So, but anything else is like, if we going here, all right, we going here. If we going to do this, okay, we going to do this. So like, whatever it is that's going to make you, make you feel comfortable, make you make you feel safe, make you feel like you can be productive in whatever way that you're trying to be. Like, I'm like, how I feel don't even matter.
Okay.
Like, it might be simple shit, but.
Okay. That's good. All right, next question, Shauna.
Let's see where I want to go here. Maybe I end this thing off with a little bangity bang bang bang. Mm-hmm.
As soon as I get home from work.
This is a crazy one that I came across. I feel like I told a similar story to this, but this one is a question. So this is from the Am I the Asshole thread, and I just had a miscarriage 3 months ago, and my husband and I tried so hard for that to be our stick baby. Within the past year, we've had 6 miscarriages. We are all devastated, but we are not willing to give up on trying for our own. Someday it will happen. The past month, my sister welcomed her newborn into the world. He is my second nephew and the most precious thing in the world. I adore him so much. During my sister's pregnancy, I was a major part of it, and she is aware of all of our losses, and she knows how badly we want a baby. We want one so bad it hurts. After our miscarriage, we suggested we name her son after the baby we miscarried. His name would have been Noah. My sister said she found it a little intruding and ultimately declined. We were devastated, but we respected her decision. Once we got closer to her induction date, we suggested giving her a ride there, and I offered to be in the room with her. I begged her to let me cut his umbilical cord and for him to be placed on my chest immediately after birth. But she wouldn't let me.
This is her sister's child?
Yes. I felt such a connection with him since the moment I heard his heartbeat, and I feel like he is the piece of us that is missing in the child we lost. The past week, my sister has been telling us how hard motherhood is, and we offered to adopt him and treat him as our own. We want him so badly, and we love him to pieces. My sister declined and asked that I give her space and not contact her for a little while she gets her mind straight. We begged her and told her how much this would mean to us. She is currently struggling financially as well. My husband and I plan on calling CPS and an adoption lawyer to see what they think is best for him, and my family has since been calling and telling me I am an asshole and to leave my sister alone. They also demanded we get help, but all I'm trying to do is get custody of my nephew. Am I the asshole?
Yes.
You need charges filed against you for trying to steal somebody's child.
She needs to be in a mental hospital, and if her husband is going along with it, he need to be in the fucking room next to her.
Yes. Yeah, that is bizarre, and that's
very scary. That sounds like this shit we was just talking about the lady.
Yeah,
cutting that lady baby out her stomach and claiming it as her own. Like, these people, that is fucking nuts. I wouldn't want shit to do with her either. Lady, you're nuts. I understand that having a many miscarriages probably took a toll on her.
Right.
I can understand it, but you lost all your children. You lost 6 pregnancies, and now you want to try to take your sister's baby from her? Are you fucking nuts?
Yeah.
I'll get a restraining order.
I think that
if I was the sister, for her own safety, for the safety of her children and her baby.
The wine glass isn't breaking in, young.
For the safety of her children and her baby, get a restraining order, sister or no sister. That is creepy as fuck.
That sounds like a Lifetime movie.
You might wake up over in the middle of the fucking night, that bitch standing over top of you.
Hey sis, long time no see.
I think that you're right as far as like she has to go. Like she should go to some kind of therapy because it's like
she needs it.
You've been dealing with this miscarriage, like the miscarriages, but at the same time you probably haven't had time to actually get over the last one, and then now it's like this. Now it comes off as a pattern. Like, yo, we get pregnant, we miscarry. We get pregnant, we miscarry. Get pregnant, we miscarry. Now, your sister, because your sister was trying to sympathize with you, and she allowed you on the journey of her, of her being pregnant, and she was probably going through postpartum depression. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Like she was going through postpartum, and she probably called you and vented to you about how hard it was. That was not a window
for you to
be like, we can adopt. Like, nah, that's not what that was.
That's scary.
Like, yo, scary. Yeah, she was asking for help. Like, she was crying for help, but yo, she wasn't crying for that kind of help.
Exactly.
Like, she just needed you to like either listen, or I can come over with you, and I can give you a break. Mm-hmm. Like I can take care, watch them for you, let you get some rest or something like that. Like a small gesture like that, nah, nigga, you going for the gusto, or we can adopt them for you, But I think the thing that took me out was I wanted to cut the umbilical cord. All right, cool, that's fine to me. People, this ain't her first child, so it's like, all right, cool, you want to do it, that's fine. But that immediate, skin to skin contact, that's fucked up. No,
ma'am, you got me fucked up. But let me read some of the comments to y'all that was on this story. So the very first one, and I giggled a little bit over this, I ain't gonna lie, because this sounds like some shit one of us would say. She said, "Oh my God, is this a real post? You are not only a massive asshole, but you need to talk to a therapist. You are going to call CPS on your sister because she won't give you her baby. What is wrong with you?"
That's how I call him. Like, Ma, she won't let me play with her toy.
Let your sister play with your toy. Right.
That's the difference between a fucking toy and a baby. Like,
Like, get your sister the baby. No, bitch, I will not. So then somebody said, somebody in the comments that says, I can't stop thinking about this. 6 miscarriages in a year. Maybe I'm wrong, but I was under the impression that generally someone who has had a miscarriage is advised to wait at least a couple of months before trying again. From my knowledge, that is very true. You have to give your body time to heal.
Yeah.
So the fact that within a 12-month period you've been pregnant 6 times, like, that may very well be taking a psychological toll on her as well. So they said to have 6 miscarriages that quickly, either she's getting terrible advice or she's ignoring advice and has been in dire need of therapy for much longer since she became fixated on taking her sister's baby.
So that means she might have been waiting. So it was 6 miscarriages.
Maybe
so
waiting 6 weeks and then
probably waiting like a month or so.
No, that's crazy. But she said, I hope she gets the help she needs before she does anything that can't be forgiven. Though that's possible she already has.
Sounds like it to me.
That's what I said. Like,
yeah, man, that's scary.
They said, holy shit, she has been out to steal this baby since she suggested it be named after the child she miscarried. I feel for her, I do, but she needs therapy and time to grieve more than she needs a baby right now. I agree.
Yeah, but like I said, that whole idea of the skin-to-skin contact.
Scary. Why would you want to be the first person the child has skin-to-skin contact with? Like,
right.
Because if that child imprints on her. That child imprints on her, then it may be hard. It's gonna be hard. Like the road ahead is gonna be hard. Yeah, because then if she breastfeeding, the baby may not latch. Like the baby may not latch on. I mean, I know it's
maybe
that's
what she's hoping for.
Yeah, no, but that's what I'm saying.
That is what she's hoping for.
Like I know it's a lot of factors in that. I know it's a lot of factors, but
skin is very important after you have a baby. Like that's why they usually take the baby straight out unless there's something wrong. They normally take the baby straight out and lay the baby on your chest. I know at least that's what they did with me when I had my child. When they pulled Trey out and slime, blood, whatever else and all, they laid him right on my fucking chest. That's what they did. That's your bonding time with your baby. That's why if you see women who have surrogates, they 9 times out of 10 they are in the hospital. They take that baby. The mother is the
surrogate
mother. The surrogate is giving birth, and the actual mother who's adopting the child or who she carried the child for is 9 times out of 10 in the room, and they're doing skin contact with their child, and they usually encourage the fathers to do it too, so they'll get used to the fathers as well. So that's what she was hoping for. She was hoping that baby would get used to her, and then if the sister tried to take the baby back, then she's like, oh my God, he won't latch. Oh my God, he doesn't like me. Oh my God, oh, I'll take him off your hands so you can get some rest. She probably would have took that baby in hop states, and you would have never seen that baby again. This bitch is crazy. This bitch is crazy. I will get a fucking sis. If by any chance this is your story and you listening to this fucking podcast, run. Get a restraining order.
Get a podcast?
Not a podcast. I'm sorry. I got discombobulated because this is fucking crazy.
Yeah,
I've watched too many stories like this online with people killing people and stealing their babies and cutting the babies out of them and shit like that. Like I've seen that's some scary fucking shit.
Yeah.
Where people kidnap people babies from pretending to be I just was reading the story last night, matter of fact. What was I watching? It was some crime show I was watching, and they were saying that 4 children in the same family were kidnapped. 2 of the boys, this was back in like the 80s. A woman came to the door pretending to be somebody from CPS, and she was giving them information about some things that were going on in the neighborhood to engage the children and the families and stuff. And she told them that they were doing some kind of commercial or photo shoot or something. And she offered to the woman had just had a baby. Baby was like 4 or 5 months old, and the older child was like 2 or 3. And she offered to take the children, to the photo shoot because she said, "Oh, you look like you're a single parent, and you need some time, something." Now, what's crazy to me is you let a bitch that you didn't know take your fucking kids, even if she supposedly was CPS, because they said the woman was dressed real professionally, she had a badge, everything. She kidnapped this woman's children. Later on, they found the older child wandering around town, and she had stuck a note in his pocket with his name and his address. She just wanted the little baby. So she took the little baby. They never found that baby. Never found the baby. But they got the 2 or 3-year-old back. And then later on in life, it happened again in that same family. They kidnapped 2 of the children, but they were able to find those kids. So people are fucking crazy. Mm-hmm. People are crazy. They will present themselves any kind of way to infiltrate your fucking life and still your fucking kid. Like, this shit is nuts, yo.
Bananas.
I ain't never seen no shit like this in my life. That is nuts.
BANANAS.
Nuts,
Okay,
yo.
Gwen.
But nah, but I do think that, you know, if you the one that wrote this, get some help.
Yeah, that too.
Like,
But you crazy.
Because you're obviously dealing with some grief, and you probably feeling like, you know, your body don't work, and that miscarriage, like getting that newborn, is your reincarnated son, because you felt the connection as soon as you hit as soon as you heard the heartbeat.
That's just too much.
But you're creating this whole
Your
scenario.
sister let you hear the heartbeat, which means you went to a doctor's appointment with her, which means you presented yourself as supporting her. Where all along you were plotting to steal her kid. Nah, I won't want nothing to do with you. Don't call me. Don't contact me. Get a no contact order for you and your children and your entire family. Don't come near me. No, ma'am. I don't know, B.
I'm scared. I ain't got no kids for nobody to steal.
Right. That's creepy as fuck, yo.
But I think the testament is like, yo, but it's your own fucking family, like immediate family.
Yeah.
Like, yo, your sister is like, yo, I'm trying to take your son, yo. Like,
I deserve him. You don't. No, ma'am.
Yo,
Fighting her on a catwalk, like Beyonce wasn't obsessed with that white woman trying to steal her husband and family.
Right.
Beating the shit, trying to beat the shit out of you.
I didn't want you to find out like this. Well, I didn't want you to find out like this either. Find out like what? That I'm about to shoot you, bitch, because you in my house.
I'm not gonna be ignored, Dan.
Why are you here? He didn't give you no dick and you lost your mind, sis.
Boiling rabbits on his own stove in his house.
God damn.
That is.
You see what I wrote at the top?
Barbecue. Yes.
Before we spend another 3 hours talking about food, was that the last question, Shauna? All right, well, we're going to wrap up here because we got some more talking to do about food and stuff that y'all probably don't know where the hell we talking about. So we love y'all for listening. Again, thank y'all for listening. I said the parts early. I'm getting stuff tongue-tied because I got the itis because I ate before. Shut the fuck up. Anyways, thank y'all for listening to this week's episode of the podcast. As always, if you have any questions, feedback, commentary, reviews, anything you want to share us, please shoot us an email at askwandapod@gmail.com. That's ASKWANDAPOD@gmail.com. As always, we're also on YouTube. We are on Twitter. We are on Instagram at WandaPod_ and Facebook, of course, as Wine and Audacity, a podcast. So if you see us wherever you listen to us, we thank you. Leave us a 5-star rating. We would appreciate it. Leave some commentary. Tell us the funniest moments.
Subscribe, like, comment. Let us know what you want
and subscribe and share and stuff.
Like, yeah, let us know what let us know what you want to hear, what you want us to talk about, and things that you want Shauna to say.
Not things you want Shauna to say.
For the right price. Just say it.
Not for the right price.
I didn't say she do it. I said she say it.
Look, for the right price, I be in this bitch like, my name is Peaches, and I'm in the back. All the DJs want to feel my butt.
And on that note, hiccup.
You sound like Braxton. Like Braxton from Jamie Foxx.
Thank y'all for listening. We love y'all. We appreciate y'all. We will be back next week with an all new episode. Bye, y'all.
Bye.